I decided I would do a short kind of update video, but focused on one main thing. And this is one thing that people would not know if they don't follow my Facebook page, Fight Lyme for Life. If you do follow that page, you would already know what I'm about to say. It's been mentioned on here before that I am getting a service dog, and there has been a fundraiser video, and it's been talked about before. Little reminder, or go back in time for a bit, I'm getting the dog officially on April 8th. We have a 2-week intensive training program, March 26th through April 8th, 2-week sleepaway camp. And you can watch more about why I'm getting a service dog and where, when, blah 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 on the video that says I'm getting a what, which is posted on my channel, of course. But one thing that I haven't talked about that I thought would be interesting for a short video is that we decided, actually I did not decide this, I didn't even think of this, it was my mom's idea, and it was a great idea. My brother and I, my brother is 22, he'll be 23 in June, so he's in college, away for most of the year. I should be in college, but due to my health conditions, I am taking multiple gap years, so I am at home. My brother has a bigger room than me. The reason for that is we moved to this house that we're currently in when I was 2 years old. Because of mainly the school district being really, really good. I have to reach down here and grab my tea. Wouldn't be a Chronically Cassidy video without a cup of tea. And because we wanted a bigger yard, and yeah, that's probably about it. So we moved about a half an hour away in the same state, and I was 2 years old. So I was a little baby. And my mom wanted the baby closer to her room and my dad's room, and my brother was 5, so the way the rooms worked out when you go up the stairs is on the left, on the top of the stairs, all the way on the left is my brother's room, which is the second biggest room. The biggest room is my mom's room, and then you go down to the right of the hall, and there is my room, which is bigger than the guest room, but smaller than my brother's room. And then there is a long hallway that leads you to the biggest room, which is the size of my family room. I don't think I've ever gotten my family room on any video. That's how it happened, basically. 17 and a half years ago, he happened to get the bigger room because my parents wanted the younger child, me, to be closer, and that room was smaller. But now you put getting a service dog, and it's not a Chihuahua or a Terrier or a mini poodle. I mean, my dog is a Lab Dane mix. So Labs are big in general, Great Danes are even bigger. Mix them together, you've got a giant Lab Dane mix. And I have mats on my floor in case of seizures that unfortunately we have to use a lot. So my whole floor in my other room, which you would see in videos because I would be sitting on the floor sometimes, would be covered in a gymnastics mat and a mattress. And my mom was just looking at the floor in the room, and I've got, an IV pole and my dresser and fish tank and the waterbed, and was just like, I can't picture how we're going to have this dog comfortably in here. So she asked my brother, and I didn't know at this point, would it be okay if we completely swapped your rooms, completely repainted my brother's room to be completely like my room, but bigger. His room has a whole like nook that goes out to the side, and when his room, it's not his room, when my room, my new room, is completely finished, I'm gonna do a full room tour, so that'll be a video coming up. There's still some like electrical things to fix with the chandelier in the closet and stuff like that I don't know how to do. I am actually moved into my room. I'm not showing anything. It's completely decorated, pretty much like my old room, but the room is a lot bigger, so there's a ton more room for my service dog, and I'll probably give a tour of my brother's room eventually. We still have to switch beds, and we have to paint his walls because I'm sitting in my new room, which are the exact same color walls because we painted it, and his room is still this aqua color, and my mom's gonna paint it a beige, so we haven't gotten there yet. I have a new room, and it's funny because I've always been jealous of his room a little bit. I love my room. My room is great. It was set up lovely. It was fantastic. But his room was bigger and more space, and boys, you know, are usually messy, so he had like stuff all over the place. So I'm like, if only his room was clean, it would be even bigger. So now this room is clean, and yes, we have to have the seizure mat stuff on the floor, but there is going to be so much more room for my service dog to be in here. And it's pretty crazy because after 17 years of living in the other room, now I'm in this room and it has 3 windows. That's like the only thing I'm saying. My other room, I keep saying that. My old room had 2 windows, so that's pretty substantial. And I'm just like, I keep looking over here to the left because there's just so much space. And maybe if I could stop having seizures and we don't have to worry about that eventually, we could get these mats off the ground and see more of the pretty hardwood floors, and it would be even more open. Eventually that'll happen. But for right now, you gotta do what you gotta do. But that's pretty exciting news. It's amazing, and it's really fantastic that my brother was so nice to allow that, and that we're making it happen, and my dog's gonna have more space for my IV. Just like the pole, like we barely had one spot to fit the pole when I wasn't using it. And now the room is wider, the room is longer, it's cut out differently, it's not just a rectangle or a square. It's awesome. And I am living in it now, so yay to a service dog coming to you on April 8th. Coming to me on April 8th, forever. And because he's so big, being the breed that the dog is, I'm getting a new room, or I have a new room because of it. So I guess patience and time pays off.